Welcome to another beautiful day, the fifth day rather of the month of October 2025. Another beautiful day to talk about things where they happen for inside Nigeria. My name is not Precious, and always a pleasure to be with her to bring on things with the shell for inside the country. How on a day now? And normal greeting for Nigeria and a happy Sunday. So happy Sunday to you. I hope you're enjoying your weekend, and I hope you're having a very restful weekend so that you will prepare yourself for the new week. All right, so I don't bring my them show for that domoto now to read the carry and say there is likely a plot, or is there likely a plot to remove the Oba of Benin based on waiting they happen for Benin with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's daughter and the desecration of their culture with the Iyeki versus Iyaloja situation. We go look into that matter because this matter it carry weight well. But we could go to other issues. Tinubu's daughter caused in Benin Iyaloja row. That's now one of the matter we did my hand this evening. If God wants to remove Emilokon, he knows how to do it. Tunde Bakari don dey support Tinubu say, not gonna no go there, not gonna leave her. All right, we could move on to other issues. Now, revenue or hypocrisy. Nigerians react to tax on runs girls. Okay, we could go on. Desperate patients turn to social media for cure amid extortion. Rented crowd of just 30 people welcomed Tinubu to Jos during visit for political burial. Netizens, then they reveal this one. Okay. Then we could move on to other issues. Wike Fubara Rivers elders meet in Port Harcourt. Waiting the meeting, they're all about, you go know when the time reach. Jonathan risk humiliating defeat if he contests against Tinubu in 2027. Now, Jando, they talk that one. Apart from that one, Sabine talk say, explain why he want to take over from Sonwolu by 2027. Will he? What will happen to Sheyi Tinubu? I do not know. Tinubu playing games can't fix Nigeria without dismantling 1999 constitution. PDP's Adetokunbo, 9 talk that one. Meanwhile, another Emilokon as Tinubu's power minister, Adelabu, declares interest to contest Oyo Guba. We'll move on to other issues as it still get to do with the news. NUJ hails DSS over release of 2 JFM journalists in Plateau State. 2027, Tinubu will lose woefully if Atiku Jonathan contest. Ex-VP's aide, 90 talker. NDLEA smashes cocaine cartels behind 6 UK-bound shipments. INEC's failure and betrayal in 2023 frustrated will of voters, diminished public confidence in Nigeria's democracy. ADC, 90 talker. So INEC diminishing our confidence for democracy. Make on a answer ADC they talk on our behalf. Tori Karangwe talk say Kaduna Community School they abandoned for more than 2 years. Students out of class amid rot, open soccer way pit, and other things. Now reports now carry this one. Banditry, mass exodus of residents hit Kwara community over insecurity. Make we never finish Kwara State because another thing we don't happen for Kwara State as they talk to you now. But before we go to the thing we don't happen for inside Kwara State, make we move straight, go to Kogi, their brother state, and we'll come back to Kwara State again. As we hear, say bandits don't kill 27 people for fresh attack for inside Kogi's Yagba West as insecurity the worsen. 27 people. This one just happened. This one Saturday. Now it happened. I say make a bring and give on her. And then moving on, suspected Fulani headsmen invade Enugu community, kill farmer, machete others. Did you hear them? Enugu community, kill farmer, machete others. As if that one what would they talk never ever even reach. Another matter they here. We'll come here say bandits overrun Nigerian military, seize 6 machine guns, 30,000 rounds of ammunition from Nigerian Army in Kwara as Air Force declines support. My people, I'm sorry if none of this news interests you. Unfortunately, now the Tory them will carry come with this and what's happen for Nigeria. I know they write the news them. It be like say time go reach and I go begin put the headlines of the news and together with the sources of the news so that I go see I'm not gonna say no baby they make them up. I get them from all credible news platforms. Welcome to the show, by the way. It's always a pleasure to bring with to bring on a matter with the share for Inside Nigeria. Well, I know say as usual, I get Sunday, Friday guests will join me. So it is my pleasure to welcome my Sunday, Friday tonic. Today on Sunday, Prince Francis Chilaka. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Precious, how are you?
I could be better. I could be better because with some kind of stories that they happen for Nigeria, it no reach today better at all at all. But yes, I could be
I'm
better.
surprised that I'm surprised you did not carry the fact that in some parts of Nigeria, in some parts of Lagos, in some parts of other states, that they're selling cooking gas.
For 2,500 per kg.
I mean, I'm surprised your headline didn't carry it.
I'm sorry.
It
I'm
shows, it
sorry.
shows you that things are really getting bad
I'm
in this
sorry. So
country.
that means for you to buy 12 kg, you buy it for 30 something thousand naira for 112 kg. How many families could you buy gas?
31,250.
Wow. Wow.
That's the price. So, so it's not just Nigeria is not just under the terror of bandits and kidnappers and terrorists. Nigeria is also under the terror of high cost of living, and it is really, really choking. It's quite unprecedented as at this time. Things are not getting any
better. Okay. All right then, make we start to read them one by fellow. But I no go agree start for this this sad note. Oh, by the way, just to let you guys know. So if you're in US, my people in the US, I get better news when I want to go to use the chillax. We'll talk about that as the show they start. Okay, so let's get started very quickly. But I mean, let's start with this story of Tinubu's daughter Yaloja, and then the Oba of Benin, then we'll move to the insecurity and other issues. So beginning with this issue of Tinubu's daughter, or the first daughter of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we hear the controversy don't continue to trail the recent installation of Pastor Josephine Ibiagozele, Ibagwezejele, by the Iyaloja General of Market Women Association, Mrs. Folashade Ojo Tinubu, as the Iyaloja of Edo State, the title that literally means head of market in Edo State. Now, the opera stems from the unfamiliarity of the title within Benin's cultural structure, the process of selection, and alleged politicization of the position. This is as reported by Vanguard. Now, specifically, the dispute over the leadership of markets in Benin, symbolized by Mrs. Blackie Ogiemen, gained traction shortly after the September 21, 2024 governorship election, when traders raised concerns over plans to replace Ogiemen. So if you remember, for inside 2024, after they swear in the governor of the state, one woman and other people, they've been raised concern, they do protest, say they may infiltrate, then they won't take over the leadership of their market union for Edo State. Now, before then, Ogiemen had led a protest in July, alleging attempts to remove her illegally from office as the head of market women in Edo State, a position which Oba Eware II had earlier declared non-existent, explaining that every market in Benin Kingdom has its own head, known as Iyake, who performs cultural and religious functions on behalf of the palace. Now, Ogiemen was accused of using her position to advance political loyalty to Governor Godwin Obaseki then, and openly supporting the PDP candidate, Aswayi Odale, during the election. A lot of protests don't happen because the controversy deepened weeks ago when members of the Edo State Market Women Association protested the alleged imposition of Ibagwezejale, claiming she is not of Benin extraction. In a statement signed by Mrs. Florence Ahunwa and 5 others, the woman described the installation as a taboo and negation of Benin tradition because the installer puts, crown for her head. Now, quoting her, she says, it is an injustice where a non-Benin, because the woman from Ishan and the governor are Ishan, it is an injustice where a non-Benin with no inclination to our customs has been imposed to oversee markets of Benin City and Edo State in general. Now, the protesters allege that the appointment was politically influenced by some government officials and Mrs. Ojo Tinubu, the Iyaloja General of Lagos, now of Nigeria. It's politically motivated, na so then talk. In her response, the woman, a pastor, the Iba dismissed the protest as politically motivated, describing the allegation against her as false. She said the protesters were not members of the association she leads. So they no follow for the market women. This matter get long leg well. Now, what shocked many observers was that Ojo Tinubu inaugurated this lady, Iba Jale, before visiting the Oba of Benin, contrary to tradition. She was supposed to have visited the Oba of Benin, had to seek for his permission first before doing anything in his land, but she did the opposite. At the event, Governor Monday Okwebelo, represented by the coordinator of the Office of the First Lady, Edisare Anani Okwebelo, where we yes and wife, reaffirmed his administration's commitment to empowering women and strengthening families. In fact, he said, our vision is to promote thriving marketplace where peace, fairness, and mutual will exist. Meaning, say, in support the coronation. Mrs. Tinubu Ojo, in her remarks, clarified that no one was displaced, insisting that the position had been vacant for years. So say she get the right to put person for the position or co-inaugurate person. However, Oba Eware II, while receiving Ojo Tinubu and her delegation, declared that the title of Iyaloja General or Iyeki General is alien to Benin culture. Now, Prince Francis Chilaka, after all this said and done, what did they call them? The inauguration don't happen. And Oba don't remain silent since then. He never talk. You know, so when they talk, say Oba for don't release statement to talk, say in hand, no day for that this thing way, that coronation will happen. Now, some people now, one of them, Aisha Yusufu, don't they talk and say, all this, it's likely, it's a sinister plan to remove the Oba. Because, first of all, remember, I said the Oba was against Obaseki. According to what we hear them say, please, it's alleged. They said he was against Obaseki. And now waiting make you not support the PDP candidate. And he supported Monday Okwebelo. Right. And he's supposed to be in good terms with Monday Okwebelo. And then the person went there in support of Nine Congo Crown or support this kind of thing, where according to them, like sacrilege to their culture. So people they talk, say, this whole thing with Iyaloja, according to what Aisha Yusuf reveal, if you go to our page, you see it, that it is a deliberate attempt to get inside the Oba so that once in do, then go systematically, politically, commota. Now, the words, now say, because there's been systematic overpowering of almost every structure for Nigeria, they don't deliberately overpower governors because of what they do for River State, according to her explanation. Because of what they did in River State, they don't put fear for governors. So you know, go feel misbehave again. All governors now, so they talk to you now. We hear say even Bayelsa and some other people, then they won't change shape. Why? Because if you say they don't go feel go against it, they don't get problem. So because they don't systematically empower, overpower governors, the next thing now the next powerful people, the traditional stools. And one of the most revered traditional stools for Nigeria, now the Benin Kingdom. And the Oba of Benin, we know the Oba of Benin, the Oba of Ife, Ooni of Ife, and of course Sultan of Sokoto and all that. Those are people that would revere well across Nigeria as one of the most respected traditional stools. So that is a good litmus test to use so that if you do anyhow, we use politics, promote you. Do you agree in this? Do you think it's a deliberate attempt to remove the Oba of Benin? And for those that are from Benin City, how possible do you think this will work? Those who understand Benin culture. Because if you not go work, then why is it that the tradition of your people have been desecrated and there is no statement from the palace yet?
Precious, you're going too far. I'm shocked. You are giving a lot of you're laying a lot of importance and credence to traditional institutions in Nigeria. The traditional institutions in Nigeria have been bastardized, they've been balkanized by the politicians. It all started when they started accepting cars and money from politicians. So the politicians have seen them in and out and have become so powerful that there's nothing these people can do. If you recall, during the era of military regime, I think there were 2 sultans that were deposed, if I'm right. Yes, 2 was Dasuki was reposed, and then there was another. I want to remember the second person. So with all of that, look at what's happening in Kano. You're talking about tradition, cultural institutions. Look at what's happening in Kano. It's been back to back. Where you have the emir of Kano, you have Sanusi, you have Adobayero, both of them claiming right to this too. And you also saw how, at a point in time, the federal government put its might behind Bayero. So it's not, to me, I don't get so emotional about these traditional rulers, because they have lost it. They're not in tandem with the people. They're not protecting the people they are meant to protect. They too have started lining up their pockets. They too have started protecting themselves and their families and acquiring more wealth. They get so much involved in politics that they don't know where to draw the line. So it's neither here or there. But having said all of that, I am also worried. I'm really worried that suddenly in Nigeria we now have office of the first son, we now have office of the first daughter. It's an aberration. If we're talking of democracy, in democracy, the only person we know that is elected is Mr. President. Even most times, democracy does not recognize the vice president, because the vice president is a spare tire that the president can decide to use or not to use. And the Nigerian democratic system is such that it is the president who appoints aides for the office of the vice president. So this is not the first time we're having an elected president. We've had Shagari, we've had Obasanjo, we've had Jonathan, late Yaradua, we had Jonathan, we've had Buhari. But check all of these people. Nobody came out as son. Nobody was parading as son of the first president. Nobody was parading as daughter. But this whole menace of Emiloko, it seems to become, it's going to really tear the democratic principle of Nigeria. It's going to shred it. It's going to bring it to zero if something is not done. If you recall when Mr. President first came to power, the son was attending federal executive meeting. And then they started saying, no,
come again.
They started saying that somebody was leaking out the secret of the meeting. And before you knew it, they pointed finger at the son and he stopped. But then it hasn't stopped. In one breath, you have stopped him from attending meetings. In another breath, he escorts him everywhere, like a government official. The same thing Mr. President is doing or has done in recent past, that is what your Minister of FCT is doing. You saw him taking his children to China. And you're asking, are you introducing them as your children, or are you introducing them as government delegates? So the political class in Nigeria, they are becoming like monsters, like cancer, and they are spreading. Because once what is going on today is not curbed, tomorrow the governor's children will start. The minister's children will start. The local government chairman children will start. So we need to know, are we practicing oligarchy or are we really practicing democracy? But it's gonna be an interesting ride, because I know that the Benin Kingdom, they revere their Oba so well.
Absolutely. In fact, a lot of people there for inside here, they talk, say it no be possible, say nobody on edge.
So let us see, but I'll say this, what the daughter of the president has gone to do is totally wrong. But then she's looking at the market. She's looking at the market like they've taken over the markets in the southwest.
All right, so
like markets in Lagos.
I get a few questions, because this is not what people they ask. One, if Ibi say this thing way Ibi say happen truly now against their culture, right? Why Ibi say the traditional stool council, even though say they don't talk, now observing that the coronation was made before they came to him and before that statement he made, why they no fit declare or do a letter from the king does not have to make the statement. Now just in palace make the statement say this particular title they unknown to us and they cannot hold. That's one.
Well,
They
to
never
start
make that
with, no,
clarification.
let me take that first.
Okay.
Let me take that first. To start with, who is the beneficiary of this appointment?
A lady.
Is this somebody?
Yes, a lady
it is
from
somebody from
the governor's, somebody from the governor's side.
It doesn't matter where you're from. You're still from Edo State.
Yes, sir.
So you find out that who are those who are actually trying to water down the culture of the state. It is the indigents. It is the indigents. They are the problem. So it is not really like the Oba is the problem. Or the Oba, see, I read the statement, I read what the Oba said, and I'm telling you, that was a very wise saying. And anybody who has common sense, who is from Edo State, reckon with that. So if the Oba has told you that this thing you want to do, it involves some rituals, it involves some sacrifice or whatever you do.
Traditional rights, generally.
So now, if the Oba has said that, common sense, nobody will take that position.
But she's a pastor, so why did she accept that position?
Precious, you know, you're bringing an angle that I don't want to talk about.
Sorry, sir. But the question will be asked now.
No. Yes, I know. Because, you see, the way we practice Christianity in this country is absurd. It must be said. The kind of things you see the so-called men of God, some of them do, makes you wonder if truly we should actually follow the church. You and I have been here, you heard people, accusations of men of God raping their own children. Men of God getting involved in doing fetish things. So, it doesn't, for me, I would rather we leave out the fact that she's a pastor. Because you cannot tell me what flock she belongs to. So let us leave out the fact that she's a pastor. And let us face the fact that there's an operation that is ongoing and that somebody who should know better, except the person is now trying to tell us that, look, all the stories, all the things we hear about Edo upmanship, the Benin Kingdom, is a myth or it doesn't exist, then we will accept it. So for somebody from that state that understands the power of the Oba, that understands the fact that the people revere the Oba, decides to take up a position that the Oba says does not exist, then there's something else. There's more to it.
Okay, so the second question I want to ask now, why Ibisi, the governor of the states, where giving wife in representative statements to put up for inside that event and back that thing, knowing say now see what in the Oba don't talk after that event. Why the governor no come out and talk say we apologize, we don't mean to desecrate our tradition. Okay, we could just see this one as just ceremonial. Go be anything with the outside. Why the government house never make any statement just for the purpose of preserving their culture? That's another question we people ask.
Well, power corrupts, absolute power corrupts, absolutely. This same governor don't see the Oba finish.
No.
Yes.
No, he respects your right.
Let us forget this whole thing about respect. If he has respect for the Oba, then this thing should not even come up in the news. If he has respect for that revered traditional institution, it should not come up. But the truth of the matter is that, like I said, if you eat with the politicians, you must be ready to, if you are dining with the devil, you must be ready for what the devil gives to you. It's very, very important. The devil cannot give you something for free. Nothing goes for nothing. By the time they will not start telling you what and what they gave to the traditional institutions during the elections, you keep quiet. So that is where the issue is.
So you feel all these things they happen because of then they use the traditional institutions and during election, and they also settled them.
I mean,
so now why this
you check you if you recall, in Lagos, for instance, did you not see political Oro come out? Did you not see Oro that we know? I grew up. I mean, if you ask me, I could actually, say I'm a Lagosian because I spent all my life in Lagos, and I know that at a point in time, which has always been, Oro doesn't come out during the day. Oro comes out at night, and we're also made to understand that because of the sacredness of Oro, women are not supposed to see it. And so they put an announcement informing you that there's going to be an Oro tomorrow. So you should keep away. You should make sure that by so and so time you are in your house. But during the elections, what did you see? We saw the Oro coming out in the day. So tell me now, tomorrow, will you tell the people to begin to respect Oro again? What magic are they going to do? What is the new thing they're going to do? So this is what happens when you politicize the traditional institutions.
All right, so another question we need to ask now, say, say Ogamon the Pueblo, we don't talk, say, he'll give about 2.5 million votes, or 2 million votes to President Tinubu for 2027. And do you think that also capturing the market women, say the market women get a lot of power. You feel, say, capturing the market women now a way of, deliberately strategizing to ensure saying in give that vote, and you feel saying they're under pressure to make sure saying deliver such votes for Tinubu for 2027.
Okay, let me start from this perspective. Each time a politician wants to rig an election, they would come out and tell you the number of votes they will get. And already what it means is that they have already prepared themselves. They already know by hook or by crook that if this thing happens, we're talking about 2.5 million. If at the most they get 2.2 million, they will tell you, after all, we told you we're going to get 2.5. So I've said it from the one that what Mondo Pamela was doing was already psyching the people, already preparing his way on how he wants to rig the election. Because if we're all in this same country, Nigeria, where people are suffering from hunger, people cannot access good health, people cannot access electricity, and you're telling me that you're going to ensure that the entire state votes for your party, and it means that that state, everybody there must be under a curse. So it's unfortunate, but you know the role market women play. It's like the role Nigerian Union of Road Transport Workers play.
Yes.
So you see, okay. Now in those states, you're having the issue of market women. In Lagos State, you're having the issue of Nigerian Union of Road Transport Workers.
You threatening people, say if you vote any other party
apart from PDP. Now, meanwhile, they say that Sego has released a video saying that he's apologizing. I said, it is the same way MC Olomo apologized after threatening people, and people got killed, and people got maimed. But see, the kind of justice system we have in Nigeria, like I've always said, cannot guarantee peace. If that utterances was made by somebody from the southeast, precious, I bet my life on it, that person would have been arrested.
Right.
That person would have been arrested. When I see things like that, I try not to get so emotional to begin to look at it from a tribalistic point of view. But this is what it is. MC Olomo did this in 2023, lining up to 2023 election. Nobody arrested him. If it was even the police who came out and told us that it was a joke, is it the responsibility of the police? Now another person has followed his footsteps. And then you ask yourself, what did Nnamdi Kanu actually say that has been kept behind bar till today? That they have to extradite him from Kenya, or they have to kidnap him from Kenya into Nigeria.
No,
What does it say?
Yeah, yes,
we have had people from the southwest, we have had people from the north who have said worse things. You guys sit back here and we see government officials holding meeting with terrorists and bandits. And these bandits come to the meeting armed to the throat, and nothing is done. And then your president in his speech was too quick to tell you that IPOB, ESN, is a terrorist organization. Meanwhile, while your president was delivering his financial speech, Kwara State was being dealt with. Zamfara. So this whole thing is, if you look at it, you would not blame those who have taken the position that our problem in Nigeria today is more of tribalism.
Okay. So, I mean, a lot of people they talk say with waiting they go on. Your brother Carlo yesterday, the big President Bola Tinubu will make it stop to the demolish Igbo houses for Lagos, making it demolish Igbo houses again. So people they talk say, and say a lot of times one of the problems so it be say people don't get with Igbo people for Lagos State. They say they need to respect people culture. Say then come other people place, they no respect their cultures and all that. Even though say some people they insist, people they even talk this thing. Even though say they be traditionally Yorubas, most of them no be core Lagos indigens, right? But people they talk say now when the president's daughter don't go disrespect another person's religion, culture. Why it be said themselves, at least Yoruba elders no come berate their daughter say no, this thing when you do your logic no good. When you reach somewhere, respect people culture. Why is it hard or difficult to at least caution your own when they're at fault? But it's easy for you to berate others when it be said.
What is that culture that the Igbos are flighting in Lagos? What is that culture?
They don't talk that in so many times. Igbos, then they repeat.
No. It is not an issue of culture. The problem is that the Igbos are saying we have come to this state. We have invested in terms of structure, in terms of manpower, in terms of money. We have brought development, and they're saying that they have a right also to participate in the political life of the state, to be able to decide who will rule the state, to protect their investment. That is the problem. Precious, there is nothing else. You can't wake up from sleep and sell your land to somebody. A few years down the line, you turn around and begin to pressure the person and begin to tell the person, you cannot open your gate at so hour. You cannot park your car here. I mean, it is madness. So those who have sold this land, they were not under duress when they sold the land. They were not. So it has nothing to do with culture. Have you seen the Igbo man participating in Oro? Have you seen the Igbo man doing his own Oro? No. It's not about culture. Let us be honest and sincere with ourselves. It's political. It's more about the politics of the state. They do not want those who are in the state, who have their business in the state, to get involved politically with what is happening in the state. That is the bottom line, nothing else. But they're forgetting. One thing they're quick at forgetting is that these same people that you have suddenly tagged as your enemy, you were once eating from the same table with them. They are marrying your daughters. You are marrying their sons. So is it that people are just waking up from slumber? So when you take it now to Edo State, you'll find out that, let me tell you the truth. You know that as much as people will say that Igbos are domineering, the Yorubas too are domineering. there has been a cold war between the Yorubas and the Edos as to supremacy. And I believe that if they succeed, this whole thing about dethroning the Oba, if they succeed, you will see what will happen, that eventually the Oba of Benin will go under the Oni of Ife.
You know, even here the one with that, you remember that bill where they try to pass to make the Oni of Ife and the Sultan of Sokoto as the two highest ranking traditional.
So there's a lot of undercurrent going on.
Ahead of the of Benin.
In all of this, Precious, I feel that in all of this, where are the other traditional rulers? Where is the Obi of Onitsha? Where is, I don't know who the Emir of Kano really is right now. Where is the Sultan of Sokoto? These are people who should come out and speak out. But they will not speak out. Because also, their state governors can also be, pinched or induced to do something to them. So when you say that with all this thing that is happening, people are not coming out to speak, or let me ask you, how many leaders in the north have come out openly to tell the bandits or the headsmen to look them in the face and tell them that, look, what you guys are doing is wrong? How many? How many of them? None. So this is where we have a problem with the traditional institution. They have lost their grit, they have lost their teeth, they have lost everything because they started dining and drinking with the political class. The same thing that has happened to the governors, the same thing that has happened to the judiciary, the same thing that has happened to the legislatures. That is why your president will go to the National Assembly, and rather than those people, those men and women who have been elected to represent the people to portray and sing the national anthem, they will start singing on your mandate to stand like kindergartens. So what do you expect? So we say, to solve Nigeria's problem, first and foremost, we need to sit down and draw a line. That line will be the line of reporting, the line of authority, and it must be respected and boundaries must be followed. But so long as you have an executive arm of government that is too powerful, that will use the instrumentality of government to silence anybody that talks, we have a big problem. We have a bigger problem in our hands.
All right, sir. All right, so let's quickly move away from this. Please, if this is your first time of joining us, I beg that kindly click on the subscription button, subscribe, like, share this post, and like this post. Make we continue to talk for the growth and development of our country. I beg, subscribe, like, and then also follow Prince Francis Chilaka for inside YouTube at Prince Chilaka TV2. You will see him there. I beg. So kindly like, share, and repost if you can, please. All right, so let's move on to other issues today. The founder of the Citadel Global Community Church, Pastor Tunde Bakari, first of all, he said they're under pressure to join ADC. Now, he can say that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's emergence as Nigeria's leader was divinely ordained. Like God, like ordainer, insisting that only God can remove him from office when the time comes. Now, Bakari he talked this one during his Sunday service, during the inaugural edition of the Citadel School of Governance Dialogue Series for Lagos, where he addressed political development and his position regarding the opposition African Democratic Congress ADC. He said, if God wants to remove Emiloko, he knows how to do it. You can't get the kind of thing Tinubu has brought without God's support. That's the kind of thing Tinubu don't do. Say nobody feed on without the support of God. That's what Bakari talk, referring to the president's popular campaign slogan, Emiloko. He maintained that Tinubu's ascent to power was not accidental, but a product of divine orchestration. You can't deny that his rise and what he has achieved came through the hands of God. And he said a lot more, talked about his heritage. Why are people bothered about where from come? Why did they bother? Would that change anything? I better not vex. Make a look at that. Go people, just short video. Make you watch and then we'll go ahead to take your reaction. Take a listen.
Ancestry of the former two-term governor of Lagos State, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I say I have a word for those Yoruba and chorus elements, noise makers who had not achieved as much as Asiwaju Bola Tinubu had achieved, but they are always querying and worrying themselves about his ancestry. His trade users are quick to tell you he's from Iragbiji. That's where Jeff came from. That's where he fled to. Oh, he's from Iragbiji in Osun State. He's not from Lagos State. As if that will resolve the issues that we face today. Please hear me loud and clear. Knowing the name of Asiwaju's biological mother or father or his place of birth cannot put food on the table of the hungry or create jobs for the unemployed and the unemployable. Despite his growing up challenges, the dangers and the detours of his life, he, like Jephthah in the Bible, delivered Lagos State and nearly all the southwest states from the onslaught of the PDP from 1999 to 2007. And truth be told, without his cooperation and political dexterity, the APC victory at the polls in 2015 and 2019 would have been impossible. People, please note that I'm not Asiwaju's brand manager and definitely do not endorse everything you might have read about his present or his past or his lifestyle, his politics or his businesses. His spokesman can do that for him. All I know is that just as every saint has a past, every sinner has a future, and the best of men are still men at the very best. Frankly speaking, I'm not very sure that many of his trade users would have survived if they had gone through the vicissitude of life that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu went through. Therefore, those who are envious of him and those who desire to take his...
All right, sir. So you don't hear some of the things and when you be saying talk, make a no for waste too much time. Let me take a reaction one at a time, sir. You remember the last thing he said about him? Make I play you the video.
Don't worry.
Okay, sir. All right. And before the last time, I mean, before he went to visit him.
I'm trying to control my anger.
Sorry, sir.
I'm trying to control the fact that we have lost in this country elders. Nigeria is now a country where elders come out blatantly to tell lies. Nigeria is now a country where the elders are too quick to forget what they have said. And it pains me that some of these elders use the pulpit to pass the wrong message to the people. Pastor Tunde Bakari, I recall when you bought your form to contest the presidential election, you said God had ordained you to become the next president of Nigeria. And then, when you hear this kind of things, you ask yourself, do our God, is it a God of, how do I put it? Is it a God of tumbon tumbon? Is it a God? Is it a God that is inconsistent? Is it that we have a God that says one thing today, says another thing tomorrow, does another thing the next tomorrow? Is it a God that has favorites? Is it a God that gives one man a vision about something and gives another man another vision? Is our God a God of confusion? It is the lies of Tunde Bakari that has stopped a lot of young Nigerians from going to church. Because a lot of young Nigerians today, they are losing it. They don't want to hear anything about church, anything about religion. Because you suddenly, a man who preaches Christ, do you think that those who wrote the Bible are stupid when they trace the genealogy of Jesus Christ? They were not stupid. They knew what they were doing. They were doing that to make you understand that this man has a root. This is where it's coming from. So you can trace that root. And that is what gives you the right to that throne. So for him to come out and tell Nigerians that, the root of Mr. President is immaterial, I am personally disappointed in the person of Pastor Tunde Bakari. Honestly speaking, this is the same man of God who joined in going on a protest against Jonathan when the cost of petrol was 87 naira and was increased to 92 naira. Today, petrol is going for 865 naira in some places, 900 naira in some places, 1,000 naira in some places. Tunde Bakari has not seen anything wrong with that. It simply shows you how tribalistic these people are.
Oh, so you think this is about tribe?
They use the religion to cover up their tribalism. This is what it is. The other day, Pastor Deboye was on air asking people to pray. But he didn't ask people to pray for Jonathan. While we're still on that, the revered laureate, Wole Soyinka, finally has accepted. First of all, he accepted a national honor. He has now accepted that the National Theatre should be named after him. And he comes to tell people that, that they waylaid him, that he was forced. Where are these elders? What kind of elders do we have in this country? We have lost men of honor and proven integrity, all for political gains. In 2027 again, Pastor Tunde Bakari will have another vision and he will go and buy form. He will go and contest that God has ordained him. So the God that asked him that time, the vision he saw that made him to go and buy APC form, that vision has gone. It shows you how people are using religion to deceive the people. And people will sit in that crowd listening to this kind of crap. Well, and what I see is that Tunde Bakari has joined the fray of those already campaigning for Bola Ahmed Tinubu 2027 re-election bid.
All right, sir. Because we get a lot of things to talk about, we could just head fast, they go straight to the conversation. Now, this issue of taxation of runs girls or prostitutes don't raise a lot of controversy. Nigerians, they see them as hypocrisy rather than an act or a means of generating revenue. Because there's a report on it where they say Nigerians are complaining based on the decision of the federal government to tax everybody, irrespective of how legit your job is, as long as money they enter and come off for your accounts. You will be taxed. Make I take your reaction, sir.
Well, let me start by saying, you call it run girl, whatever you call it, prostitution has been the oldest profession in history.
So in the industry.
Start with Nigeria, start today. Even in the time of Christ, prostitution did.
Yes, sir.
So it's an old age business that has been going on. Other countries are trying to find a way to stop it. Nigeria is now finding a way to legalize it.
Do you think that this is a move to legalize it?
No, but when they pay tax, if they're paying tax, can you hold them responsible anymore? Can you arrest them? You see, during the campaigns, when Mr. President said he was going to widen the tax net, I remember I was on the TV program, and I said, even area boys go pay tax. And people were like, no. I said, it's going to happen. Now, if those girls pay tax, area boys pay tax, you have legalized them. You can no longer arrest them. You can no longer threaten them. What we will now have is like what you have in South Africa, where when you check into a hotel, you find a catalog with different pictures of ladies and contacts, not directly of the ladies, but of those who are more like their pimps or whatever. I mean, it's in the most hotels in South Africa. So all you need to do is call the number, and the woman will ask you, who do you want? You will tell them who you want, and they'll send the person to you. So that is where we're headed.
All right. So the reason I ask this question, sir, now because of there is a recent report that Nigerians are now consulting internet to look for alternative ways for treatment instead of going to patronized doctors. So in a system or in a country where it be say not just our healthcare, but standard of living don't they so low that people can't afford medical care, but not self-medication. Should we be looking at overtaxing the people? We know we need funds to make those things available for them. But shouldn't we look at using what we have yet to provide the means for people to survive first before we go look at the taxation? That's one of the reasons I raised that conversation.
On the 29th of May 2023, your president gave an infamous speech, subsidy is gone. And he continued by saying that the savings from that subsidy was going to be used in key infrastructure.
Hospitals, roads, schools, etc.
What have they done? What have they done? Who is giving account of the money they have saved from the subsidy? Who? See, precious. It's for the fact that you and I, we do this packaging, we dress well, you put on your lipsticks and your makeup, and you come and sit in front of the camera. You know, people think all is well.
So
all is not well.
Only my lipstick be makeup when they see what they make. No, my highest makeup is that lipstick.
All is not well. It's all we do is packaging.
Yes, we're all managing.
So people need to understand that things. See, these days people don't even go to the hospitals. The Yagba medicine is thriving.
And so is kidney failure.
So you see a lot of families, you go, you see their parents gathering all sorts of leaf and boiling. They say, oh, he has malaria, drink this. He has typhoid, drink this. And then we forget that even the Yagba itself is not measured. And it now causes more problems. Because in the normal medicine, it's either you're taking 5 milligram, 10 milligram.
Yeah, because it doesn't.
But this one,
yes.
But this one is not measured.
Prescription, yes.
There's no prescription. You just drink it and you believe that it will go and work. So yes, people are seeking alternative ways of staying alive. People are looking for alternative ways to be alive. In Nigeria today, if you go and do any surgery and you now have to take antibiotics, God will save you.
I'm telling you.
God will save you. So these are things that, you know, it's not funny. But then government officials will come and tell you all is well, even inside the well. But you and I and the people on the street, we know that all is not well. The government has not been sincere to Nigerians in terms of infrastructure. The government has not been sincere to Nigerians in terms of the revenue saved from subsidies gone. All they will tell you now is that every month that the government, the federal, the state, and local government, they are sharing so much money. But was that the agreement? Was that what Mr. President told Nigerians? If the governors have been collecting money from the federal and they're not utilizing it well, Why add more to them? Nobody holds anybody accountable.
But the problem of that, governors, also remember, say, place there for inflation. Prince Francis Chilaka, you and I know that what we used to buy 10 naira before in 2023, not be 10 naira they buy am now again. Most of them don't increase reach 30 naira, if not 15 naira. So where's the place of inflation? So whilst we think that we've given the governors more money, how about waiting inflation they cover?
You see, that is where we're getting it wrong. Because when you say, oh, the governors are getting more money, how much is the dollar?
That is the point I'm making.
How much is the dollar? So by the time you look at the exchange rate as at that time and now, you probably find out that they're not even getting as much as they used to get. But even at that, the federal government made promises, not the governors. Not the governors. In terms of key infrastructure, the state governors did not make any promises. Even within the states, how many of them have been able to take care of ordinary roads? How many?
They insult Alex Oti, your brother. The local government chairman insulted yesterday. Say road where you celebrate for 2 years. Now I do in 100 days in office. You know?
Yes. Well, anybody that wants to insult Alex Oti must be a madman.
Hey, sir.
That person needs serious mental health check. Yes. The thing Alex Oti has done in Abia State. I am from Imo. These days, I wish I'm from Abia. Because we all want
well.
We all want good things.
Then inaugurate flyover for your states on Friday.
Which flyover?
Big flyover.
In control. In that place is where they did the flyover. The governor has been spending all the resources in the capital, forgetting other parts of the state. The people, anybody that is opening his mouth to say anything against Alex Oti should go and think twice. We have senators in the National Assembly today who were governors of Abia State. What did they do? What did they do? Tell me, Precious, what did they do? And they're parading all over the place. Let them go and take a walk on the street of Abia without security and see what will happen to them. They should be ashamed. See, the problem is that some of our past leaders are not ashamed. Because if they are ashamed and they see what those who have taken over from them are doing, they will not even open their mouth to talk.
All right, sir. So let's move quickly because we know we'll get that case of insecurity and the overrunning of our military officers, so we'll get to talk about because over 30,000 rounds of ammunition they don't collect for our army hand. So we get that case. But before we reach there, make a quickly branch River State small. I know they like to talk River State matter, especially when you die around because you finish my people. We hear that the minister of the FCT, yes, some weekend, River State Governor Similar Ifobara, on Saturday held a meeting with members of the River State Elders Council in Port Harcourt. Now, the meeting, which comes amid recent political development in the state, was also attended by the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Martins Amehule, and Chairman of the River State Elders Council, Chief Ferdinand Alabraba. They attend. Now, photos from the gathering were shared, I think today's Sunday morning, by Senior Special Assistant to on Public Communication and New Media to the FCT Minister, Lere Olayinka. Olayinka described the gathering as a sign of unity among stakeholders. If you remember, the Thanksgiving service where Fubara get was it last week Sunday or so, Amehula and team no come. So people don't talk, say more political tension than the build up force inside the state. Make a take a reaction quickly, sir. While we move on.
The tensions were built. And like I would maintain it. I said, look, any peace devoid of justice is peace of the graveyard. If you notice, since Fubara took over, he has been dissolving all the structures put in place by your former consultant. Oh, yes.
I knew you were going to give me uppercuts. Now, wait to make me no great discuss what you did.
Even nobody has said it. Nobody did. Even the State House of Assembly have not said anything regarding their probe of him. That seems to have been dying out. You know, we forget a lot in this country. But I don't understand the role. You see, This whole thing that is happening in Rivers is also what is happening in other states. Just that in some other states, it is not pronounced. The Nigerian leaders believe that they will not die. And that is the funny part. And then those who have maltreated the country, when they die, they now begin to send message from the underworld to those living that they are sorry. But when they are alive and they're supposed to do the right things, they will not do it. I seriously believe that Wike should move his eyes from Rivers State. He should remove his eyes. He's no longer a governor. As far as Rivers State is concerned, Wike is an ordinary citizen. Because a ministerial slot does not confer an immunity on you. It does not. If by adventure Wike was not a minister, will he be doing all what he's doing in Rivers today? This life, precious. You see this life. Don't take it too seriously.
All right, sir. So moving on to other political conversations, Abdulaziz Jandor Adediran, Jandor, of course, he be the founder of Lagos for Lagos movement. He don't urge former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Say, man, not even try ya. No contest of 2027. It not go work. Now, Mr. Adediran will be the governorship candidate of the PDP. We come move to APC. Now, they talk this on today's Sunday. Now, he said he believed, say, Mr. Jonathan would be taking a political risk by contesting and predicts that he would be reduced to, in fact, say they go reduce that to nothing for inside the polls if in contest. Now, Mr. Adediran urged Mr. Jonathan to stay in retirement, saying those telling him to run against Mr. Tinubu are deceiving him. He said he no get the pedigree to even near Tinubu. Say no reach at all to near Tinubu. Say Jonathan is the only person saying disagree with that kind of say Jonathan is the only person who would defeat Tinubu. Say it was the same man Tinubu who defeated him, Jonathan, from the outside when he no be they even contest. So they are not the same. Say they not be made at all. Say Tinubu is a master in the game of politics, who according to him cannot be defeated by Jonathan or anybody else. He also can't talk why he be say he also won't contest the governorship election for the state for 2027 and how he be say in go contest and why he's be the best person who will take over from but at the meantime, another person, the PDP chieftain, don't they talk, say, say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu they do anything, say he no fit achieve any meaningful success without changing the 1999 constitution. That what he's just doing many more. Say he just they play games. That's all. Oga Adetokunbo nine talk this one. Make I take Adetokunbo peers nine talk this one. Make I take a reaction. Sir.
Let me start with your last newsstand. I would say that I have always advocated that the 1999 Constitution should be shredded. That document is the bane of Nigeria's problem. I've always advocated for it, to be shredded. We were close to having a constitution when Jonathan organized a confab, but unfortunately, Jonathan did not have the balls to implement that confab. And that is why we are stuck with the supposedly military decree 24, whatever it is called. So yes, what you have said makes a lot of sense, but what do we do? You have a National Assembly that has been doing jamboree and you don't even know whether they're going backwards or they're going forward. So the issue of constitution is something for another day. Now let us talk about Jandor. When Jandor left PDP and joined APC, I laughed. I said, another Valentine Ozigbo is coming. If you remember, Valentine, that was in Labour Party in Anambra.
Yes, Anambra State. Peter Obi.
That was how he was moved, promised 7 and 8. He left Labour Party and went to APC, where they had promised giving him tickets. On the day of the primary, he didn't even get up to 2 votes. I think it was only his own vote he got. And today, where is he? He has gone into limbo. And this is what happens when people take uninformed decisions. Look, Jando has declared his intention to contest. I know that the likes of Ambodetu is warming up. You will not forget the fact that Sheyi Tinubu has shown interest. Obasa is doing like NEPA, off and on. We don't know whether he's still going to contest.
They're not go do speaker again. So if you like say also
so at the end of the day, it will be difficult for a new entrant into the new APC to be given ticket when you have those who have remained in the party or the spire. So Jando is throwing jabs at Jonathan because he wants to be seen as walking and talking for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu 2020. You know that's what our president likes. He loves to be talked about. Or like, Bola said something I hold on to. He says, when you join the APC, you lose every sense of reasoning. And I'll end it there.
Hey, oh yeah, let me run away and go to another gist very sharply. Okay, I wanted to also marry that with your Minister of Power, by the way, who said it is now his turn. If you look on him or your state saying we contest, but I don't think
it's not new. If you remember a few months back, where his new house was being showcased, I'm sure you saw the video, and they're showcasing his new house. He said that is going to, those who his supporters were saying that is the new government house. So it is not, it's not his ambition to be governor is not hidden. So not anybody that is saying it is new to that person, then the person is not following what is happening politically. He has always shown interest. He has always said that he wants to be governor of the state. So it's not, it's not new. That's why people were complaining that bring a man who does not understand anything about electricity and you make him the minister for power.
But there's improvement in electricity. Now, waiting people they talk. Maybe for those people they use band A, because I'm not on band A. People they use band A say improvements there for electricity. I don't use band A, so you can't really tell. My electricity has been
Precious. Pray don't put you on don't put you in band A. Pray they don't put you in band A. Because that band A is a killer. It's poison. Band A does not recognize whether you're a low income earner or not.
So how low income earners they manage within band A areas?
Some people once they are talking finished, they just tune off. They just they wait until they're able to get small money to go and buy small unit. It's what it is. It is what it is. Nigeria is becoming a country where the poor, the classless will have no space, will have nowhere to lay their heads.
Okay. All right. I have too many stories to talk about. I mean, there's about this dilapidated school that is rotting away in Kaduna State that I should talk about, but make I just leave and make we enter inside insecurity. Make we start with Kwara State and then we will move on. So we hear say mass movement of residents don't hit Uruago community for inside Irepodun local government area of Kwara State. And that is the Kwara South Senatorial District due to the insecurity concern we see there. Now the mass movement was observed from Saturday morning till evening, with lots of people moving out as a result of the spate of kidnapping and killings for the senatorial district. Security reports indicate that both the indigenes and the Fulani Bororos are also trooping out to various safer destinations in different vehicles. Now, similarly, market women and traders are not left out of this mass movement. Security sources, now they talk this one said, because of the attack we say don't happen. Now people they live in their numbers from the state, but as if that living where they live no day enough. Make I tell you what happened for Kogi State, for that same Kwara State. As I talk to you, we hear say at least 6 general purpose machine guns, GPMGs, and more than 30,000 rounds of ammunition were seized from a Nigerian Army Joint Task Force by bandits in Obanla, Kwara State. Now, this one happened the whole of last month, according to reports. I didn't write this news, this is a story. So make on listen with open mind before I go say, oh, you don't go carry story. Oh, it's not true, it's not true. I don't write stories. This, now according to the reports, where ABC come out. Make I even say, I try look what I could get footage of the report so that I could show them, make, so they say lizard, where one person see, they say they become python, so that, go they like saying, let me just go carry the story. Now, as if that is not enough, so moving on to the conversation. That's it there. So now, the bandits reportedly ambushed military units after receiving intelligence about their impending operations against them. This, according to sources, they say the heavily armed gang that carried out the attack is the same group now terrorizing the other parts of Kogi State, where dozens of residents have been killed in recent days. The same people. Now, we say last month, 6 general purpose machine guns and over 30,000 rounds of ammunition, that is in September, were seized from the Nigerian Army in Obanla, Kwara State. A senior military officer told newsmen. A senior military officer, nine tell them. It was seized by bandits from the Nigerian Army's Joint Task Force. They are the ones that have now reached Kogi and are wreaking havoc in Kogi State, from Kwara State where they carry those things could do. Because at the come where 27 people just died yesterday night for Kogi State. This report, they out there. Now, they killed 27 people in Kogi yesterday, but it was not reported. The modus operandi is to get intelligence of impending military response and ambush them. So once they know say military won't come respond to them, they ambush military, say that their modus operandi with that. And one security operative, now they tell newsmen with that within the situation. Now, sources disclosed that while the Nigerian Army force initially tracked the movement of the armed group, it later declined requests for sustained aerial support during the firefights. The failure of the Nigerian Air Force to provide aerial support allowed the bandits to overpower our Nigerian troops and cut away their weapons. Where we spend money by. Now, the operation once exposed the deep lack of synergy between Nigerian security agencies. This, according to what a senior military officer, this particular one, they told Sahara reporters. Now, the army and the police could not coordinate effectively. And even when the Air Force was invited to provide crucial aerial support, they simply refused to respond. Yeah. According to sources, that is, if Air Force not respond for matter we get to do with their fellow military officials. Okay. According to sources, in the aftermath of the incident in Kwara State, the Kwara State government was handed an old video clip of an aerial bombardment to circulate as evidence of a successful operation. Meanwhile, they don't even do anything. The footage was later found out to be fake. That is, the security officers give Kwara State government old area bombardment clip to show, say, we were there now, we help them. Now, be this. Now, okay. Now, the state governor was then giving an old video of an area bombardment to circulate. This was later exposed to be fake, one of the sources said. This is why insecurity persists, not because Nigeria lacks firepower, but because those entrusted with security or securing the nation are locked in rivalry, inefficiency, and institutional arrogance. Now, Sahara reporters also, we talked about the Sahara reporters reported earlier that Governor Abdul Razak media aid circulated old photograph of NAF airstrikes in Borno, falsely presenting it as what happened in Kwara State. Prince Francis Chilaka, as I talk to you like this, bandits don't get over 6 of our MPGs, 6 and 30,000 rounds of ammunition, because then finish a community for inside Kogi State. Late last night, make I even take them. Yeah, that's Kogi State incidents. Because they come on no vex, because another one happened for Enugu State. I'm coming because when they say at least 27 people 9 die when heavily armed bandits launched a deadly attack on communities in Yagba West local government area of Kogi State. Now, military sources confirmed the incident today, Sunday, describing the assailants as heavily armed and equipped with sophisticated weapons. Bandits killed 27 people in Yagba West local government area, and it was not reported. Hey, then make an enter inside Enugu State, where another one happened. We hear say the Onoli community for inside Ogu local government area of Enugu State has come under a violent attack by suspected Fulani herdsmen, according to this report. Again, I don't write this report, so make I just show now one by one, make on the see, and before I go say, oh precious, oh precious, oh precious, please, oh, they say message in the key messenger. I don't know whether from a village message, the key messenger, or a message now they carry come. So that's it. That's the story. So you know that I didn't make it up. Okay, so that's it. So we move on with the rest of the conversation. So yes, so these bandits, them, according to eyewitnesses reports, the attackers stormed local farmlands earlier on Friday, leaving several residents macheted, while many others who fled for safety remain unaccounted for. Now, the attack poses serious threats to lives, livestock, livelihoods, and the very survival of the community in Enugu State. Community leaders and concerned citizens are urgently calling on the Enugu State government, security agencies, and other tiers of government to intervene without delay to halt the violence and safeguard lives of the people. We'll never see any official report from Enugu State government yet. They also appealed to well-meaning Nigerians, humanitarian organizations, and stakeholders to come to the aid of Onoli community before the situation escalates further. A family member of the deceased, Samson Okoli, confirmed the killing, saying, "It's true, Fulani herders killed my own brother." Now, what happened is that the guy, who was about 30 years old, went to the farm along Enugu Port Harcourt Highway. It is on the right. If you're going to Port Harcourt. The place is near the boundary between Enugu and Abia State. Now, he told newsmen that Ogbaki was attacked while inspecting his farm after visiting his sand mining site. According to him, they stabbed him in the chest, and he died at the NUTH, University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital, Enugu, yesterday, Saturday night. Died. Now, Friday, the incident happened. Now, yesterday, died. Okole further explained that the area had been unsafe for months, as Fulani herdsmen had forced many villagers to abandon their homes. And there was a video I showed sometime when people, they run from their home. They say, oh, did they come more? Okay, but that was in a Ebonyi State, by the way. But, now they said residents of nearby Oboivia village in Ogweleshi, Ogu Autonomous Community, had been completely displaced. He also narrated how another man, popularly known as Azwefe, was recently arrested and detained for 3 months after herders accused him of disturbing them. That is, herders accused the man of disturbing them, so they arrest and detain him for 3 months because in talk say, herders they disturb me for inside my farm. They carry on wild farming. Now, during his detention, he was allegedly tortured and accused of being a member of the Eastern Security Network, ESN, an armed wing of the indigenous people of Biafra. Prince Francis Chilaka, make her take your reaction, sir.
Sometimes we could say we play too much in this country, but it's the truth. We play too much in this country. I remember when the group called Lukarawa. You remember?
Yes, Lukarawas.
The group sprang up in Kwara, in Kwara, if I'm right.
Yes, Kwara and parts of other parts of Sokoto or one other states.
Well, I mean, predominantly we knew there were more in Kwara. And I also remember at that time, it was like, just forget that those ones, they are not people you should take seriously. And that was how, nobody talked about them. So the question that the government needs to answer today is that, who are these groups now operating in Kwara?
Is it the Lukarawas?
That's the question I'm asking. Because if this kind of heinous crime is going on in Kwara, the Southwest that we say has been peaceful is no longer peaceful, because don't forget, the people in Kwara will tell you that they are not from the North. They are even agitating that they should be removed from North Central, Abi.
Yes.
And good.
They should
And
be
the areas that have been
they should stop calling them northerners.
good. And the area that has been attacked is more of the areas occupied by the north. I mean, by the south, by the Yorubas. So, see, this whole thing, to a large extent, shows the flaw in our security architecture. It shows the flaw. And like I keep saying, it's the political will to decimate these people that the government needs to develop. Thick skin. This carrot and stick approach is not working. This whole hogwash of being repentant is not working. You keep calling them repentant, people keep dying. And that's why I said, why would government officials go and sit in a meeting with supposedly terrorists, bandits, call them whatever name you want to call it, armed to the feet, and no arrest was made? And the next day, government will tell you, we need intelligence. We're searching for them. We're looking. And that is why Sheikh Gumi kept saying that government know where these people are. He kept saying that they know where these people are. You know, and I keep asking, what is the whole negotiation all about? Do you negotiate with the thief not to come to your house? So what is the negotiation all about? If Nigeria was a country that was serious to eliminate these so-called bandits, terrorists, and all of that, those who who go and sit in negotiation should be arrested. Because these people, for them, their source of livelihood is what they're doing. Chasing away people, killing people, taking over arms from the soldiers. That is their source of livelihood. So when you want to negotiate with them, what are you going to put on the table? Are you going to be paying them a monthly allowance?
But remember, Samia, you talking yesterday, say this whole thing. You know, say we'll talk on Friday about tweeting the Sultan of Sokoto talk, say all these things. No, even though say now people from a particular tribe they practice and say no be jihad. So the other day now come here say, I think recently we just heard that people who are conducting these operations are whether they are not Muslims but they're Islamic terrorists. So I can't ask what be the difference between Muslims and Islamic terrorists. Maybe you can help explain.
Those Muslim scholars need to come and explain that to us. Because this whole thing is no longer a child's play. It's getting out of hand. We will wake up one day and we find out that the country has been, captured. If care is not taken. I've always said that in a country where non-state actors are wielding so much power more than the state actors, something is wrong. Something is wrong. The spate of killing, the spate of kidnapping, like when the president was talking on the 1st of October and he was praising the security personnel and all of that. Yes, it's good to praise them. But I still have a question to ask Mr. President. These soldiers, these security men you are praising, do they have the same kind of equipment that these so-called terrorists are using? What has happened to all the money that has been budgeted for security? What are the governors doing with their security vote? Is it not high time we remove that security vote that is unaccounted for and channel it somewhere else? So we need answers. There are too many questions to ask that we're seeking for an answer. If in the southeast you tell me, that herdsmen are disturbing, Why is it that the governors in the Southeast are not going to demolish their structures the way they're doing in Lagos? Yeah. Because these people are not, I was reading an article, was it yesterday or this morning, where somebody was saying that it's been very, very difficult for the headsmen to really penetrate the Southeast. That because the moment you enter the Southeast, they already know who you are. People know themselves. So you coming in as a visitor, they know you. But in all of this, you will find out that this same traditional institution that you're trying to defend, some of them are the ones championing this whole thing.
All right. Let me quickly open the phone lines. Nigerians, phone lines are open. Let's have you join the conversation. And for people living in the US, I have a surprise for you people there. We're going to open a chillax where. And they call. Like I take this call. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hi, good evening, Precious.
Sir, I'm fine, thank you. Welcome. Go ahead. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Go ahead.
This is CJ. I'm calling from Oven, from US.
You're welcome. Go ahead, sir.
Okay.
There's so much noise in your background, though.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Make a promote for. Is it better?
All right, go ahead. Let's hear you. Just make it quick so that
Okay. I beg you. I want to say one thing. What they always say, Yes, and that's in like Nigerians they go through hell right now. Okay. There is chaos everywhere in Nigeria.
Okay.
There is chaos in South, chaos in North, West, everywhere. And one of the reasons why I thought there is chaos is I sat down one day and I started listening to this guy called Nnamdi. Okay, there's a place where he said, if they eventually kill him, that one, to make Biafra come fast, and two, that Somalia is better than Nigeria. I listened to so many of these, and this man has been in the position for how long? Not just like he made this broadcast now, right? The one thing I'm begging the leaders in Nigeria is one, release that man. That man's word is spiritual and it's powerful. A lot of stuff that he has said. The problem of Nigeria, nobody feels about. Because we will talk saying that not way they happen today. It's happening in Yoruba land. It's happening in South. It just they happen everywhere. Nobody has solution. We are losing our military. We are losing our like the people that can solve the problem. We are losing all of them.
All right.
So everybody can converse together. Make we know we have started to solve this problem. Let's release one. Make one something stop. Then we start because when Nigeria can't be as bad now, when they started to destroy Southeast, the entire Nigeria started having issues. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Phone lines are still open. We could continue to take on our thoughts and on our reactions for the conversation we don't raise. Hello, good evening. Hey, I don't even know say that.
Hello, Precious.
Sir.
Yeah, that's nice. Prince Chilaka, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So, yeah, thank you so much. Precious.
Sir.
You noticed that Prince Chilaka was angry or upset or whatever the time you brought out the Mr. Bakari. I was so much annoyed. You shouldn't have just said it in passing. Just say it and then go to the next topic.
They will come talk, say they carry fake news. You know, be waiting in talk. No, it's not
about just you know the way that they read the headline. You just read them, jump and pass. That man is jump and pass.
Okay, sir.
So you know, there's this system. They say you continue to tell some politicians normally they continue to tell the lie continue so that people will believe that it's true. Until they find out something, they find something to back up, and then people say, "Oh, he's saying the truth." Because of he can never stand and then look at himself at the protest and everything that he said about Jonathan, and he's still lying. And he still has the mouth to come out. Anyway, he doesn't know how much the bag of rice is called because today is Sunday. I'm sure the offering is enough. He received a lot for his congregation, for his members.
Right.
And the problem is that for all these things, nobody always, because the problem with this issue of men of God or so all of them, or the prophet or prophetess or what, is that when they are speaking, nobody had ever for one day stand up and stood up and asked a question and said, no, this is not. In the Catholic Church, when the Reverend Father is doing the Mass, at the end of during benediction, we call it in Igbo and that is when you have the chance to question the priest about whatever that he said. That is the time to question the priest, the Reverend Father. But when they are doing all these things, there is no way to question them or to ask them a question. Now I'm coming to the insecurity. Precious.
Sir?
Do you know how the Israeli government dealt with some of the members of Hezbollah Hamas in Lebanon?
Tell us.
You know, they intercepted their walkie-talkie and planted the mini small bombs in it. And when some of them pick it up, they keep on killing them, exploding. Now, all these people, the government, I keep on telling you, the time I was telling you about the banks, they know what to do concerning this kidnapping. The government still knows what to do. You can track these people in the night. Why is it that our soldiers are not wearing vests, bulletproof vests?
You think they wear bulletproof?
Yeah, do you think that because they wear that to camouflage to the people? Even a common toothpick will pierce that thing. So let them get a proper bulletproof vest and give them night goggle. When you watch what America did at the Iraq war, in the night they move. They get to these people because they know. And then let them get the drones. The drones can dictate the heartbeat of a person, the energy in the person. There are some drones that can do it. Even if when these people are lying in the forest and the drone is flying above them, the drone will dictate the heat, the human heat, and the heat of an animal. And they can move in. They are going with a motorbike.
But people don't tell you here before, say our army are rather defensive 9 day now, since for a while now.
And that is the reason why when the meeting they had with some of all these terrorists, and they were saying, if you kill 10 of us, 20 of us will come. You see, in this, there is this old movie that we used to watch then, where one person and army will go like in Asia fighting war, killing all of them. At the end of the day, you kill all of them. And they stop coming.
All right.
So Trump will tell you when you deal with them, they stop.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's not about even the motorbike they are using. You can put trackers on those motorbikes. Motorbikes have trackers in the Western world. You put track in it, inbuilt tracker, and you track all of them where they are. What are we talking about all these things?
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, Nigerians, phone lines are still open. Follow the link for inside the post there. You did for the pinned post. It will bring you straight into the studio. Or you could call the WhatsApp line 0817-029-4077. Prince Francis, do you have something to say before I move on? You would like to react to what the last caller said? Okay. All right. Make I quickly just bring in somebody. So people living in the US, I get a surprise for now. Okay, here is Mr. Kange Black. Good evening, sir. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us, for obliging to join us. So just just for the record, I won't make Nigerians don't say you don't pay me money. So say I won't do them for free for you. And now because of the way I don't hear about your suya sound, I did Nigeria. I did hear about the suya way they roast for US. Say the suya, the thing they scatter places for US. I say no. If they want to make I bring you come. Make you come talk to my people then when they here, especially the US, let them know as they go use filler. Oh yeah, tell us about this suya you make. This your famous suya where they need to let us hear what. Tell us about it.
Anyway, thank you very much, Miss Precious. And you're doing a great job so far. But thank you for this opportunity. I appreciate the fact that what I do. Sorry, Prince Chilaka. Sorry, indulge me, please.
You have been overindulged.
You've been you've been contributing greatly to this program, and I appreciate your input all the time. Your insight in the affairs of Africa and Nigeria in particular. So we greatly appreciate you.
Thank you.
Speaking about, I'll be very quick. I know this is an opportunity for me, but first I want to say I reside in the Dallas Fort Worth area in the
Okay.
U.S. and I do suya, a delicious African barbecue. Actually, um, is done with real African spices, what we call suya, original suya, not be what play around, but when you taste this,
I
it's
say na
they say
complain, people complain to me,
the
na make
taste
I
of
come find you. They say your suya need to hear word. Say it they make sound. And I say, first of all, for
so
Nigeria here, now Hausa people they make suya. So please, are you from northern Nigeria? How come you make suya so well that people are talking about it?
no, I'm not from northern Nigeria, but actually originally I'm from Cameroon. I'm from Cameroon. I'm a
Oh
Cameroonian.
wow.
And in Cameroon, we also do soya.
Oh
So
wow.
remember, we have the same demographics as Nigeria does. The North has the Hausas and the Fulanis and the Tupiris and the Fulbes and also all of the same demographics. So in the South, we have predominantly people who align like the people in the eastern part of Nigeria, the Ifik, the Ibiobios, and also we grew up with a lot of Igbos. So, but where I grew up was Bamenda. It's a combination of Hausas and Fulanis and all kinds of people living in peace. And soya is one of those things that in every junction that you go, you find
So you
soya.
people don't
So I
have the
grew
kind
up
of
in this
problem we have
environment,
with
something like,
insecurity. Well, we are saying so many insecurity don't come back on a
well,
Cameroon now too. Sorry, no vex.
no, insecurity is there. I mean, is there. There's a war going on in the southwestern part of Cameroon, the Anglophone issue, the problem that they're having. So there's been a war. Thousands and thousands of people have died because of that war. People have been
Wow.
displaced. It's a very, very sad situation in the country. So
And your
it's
president is protesting
something
again.
that
Sorry, you're not vex, so sad they remind you these things. Nasuya would it
ah
You swallow saliva. I say, swallow
93
saliva
years old
first.
man. Now, he came to power in
Yes.
1982. I was a little boy. And I mean, if not say I started having kids late, I should be having grandchildren by now, but it's unfortunate that we've known two presidents in the history of Cameroon. The first one was Amadou Ahidjo from the north, who's a Fulani. And then from the south, Paul Biya, who has been there for 43 years. So the elections, they're holding an election this November on the 14th. We don't know how it's going to go, but we pray that everything goes well and peace should reign. That is my priority. Peace
When your
and
opposition
security
leader
should
don't
reign in the
already there
country.
somewhere docked.
Oh yeah, I mean, people have been arrested, people have been jailed. I mean, there's a lot of censorship. I mean, it is Africa for you. There's nothing uh, we in the diaspora can do, but we're hopeful that the people one day will realize that they are in chains and will try to unshackle themselves. Nobody's going to come and save us Africans. Africans are going to have to save themselves. Anybody who is coming to help Africa is helping themselves. That it's about their interests. It's not about the interests of Africans. So better Africans should know that there's a lot going on, and people should stand up for their rights and stand up for
All right.
themselves. We don't want any African country to be divided, but we want peace to reign, and also people to understand that when you divide, you become small, so you don't have any potential. But being together, so the divide and rule is what colonialism did to us, and is worse than slavery. But I'm hopeful that things will change. But after all this said and done, always reach out for those who are in the diaspora. I ship within the United
I
States
was
for
going
the
to
eight
ask you that
United
what's
States.
in the moist looking delicious soya is this? This is so my mouth is watching. Prince Chilaka, you don't meet me for backyard, so make I tell you, say, you know, fish ship a pass it to Nigeria. The soya is looking so moist. How do you make
No,
it so moist and
after the show, he has to ship some to
ship to
us.
Nigeria? I'm telling you. So how do you make it so moist
No, when
and
I
it looks
come,
soft and yummy? Is this ram or cow meat? It's beef.
no, this is cow
Wow.
meat, most especially cow beef, especially the brisket, which is the breast of the cow. So
Mm.
is the breast part of the cow that's like the bottom of the chest. It's called brisket. So you only have two per cow. So one on the right, one on the left. And so the process is what makes it moist and makes it tender. Because I there are certain what I've studied about the whole process of soya to make it nice and juicy and make it
It
savory
really
for
does look
somebody to eat
juicy. I
and
won't lie to you.
enjoy.
It appears juicy a lot.
Yeah, it also tastes very well. So it comes spicy, mild spicy, and non-spicy because it's for all communities, not just for African communities, but for everybody who enjoys. I have Indian customers, I have American, white Americans, I have Black Americans, I have Africans, I have Kenyans, I have people from East Africa, Southern Africa. So everywhere. I have customers who really. I also do events. I do events around the United States. Looking forward to do picnics around. My dream to go around the world and do soya. It is a delicious African barbecue. Just to introduce you to the other side of the northern side of the
Mm.
world, for them to understand what it means. Barbecue actually is what is known here, but we call it soya from West Africa. It's predominantly something that comes from
All
West
right. So
Africa,
so a
but
lot of people want to
it's
know
the
how
same across.
affordable it is. But before then, somebody send a message here. First, they say whether you go free deliver to UK. That's one. And secondly, they say after this free advert, all of us here, because all of us get the platform, not be only me. So after this free advert, all of us they give you here. Say you go send a parcel to everybody for this place. So that all of us go test because the thing is looking too much. Honestly, I'm salivating. I won't even lie. Just watching these videos, I am salivating. So how do you do your shipping? Do you ship okay, just like the person don't ask? Do you ship to Europe?
Well, I wish we had the capacity to ship in the UK. The reason I cannot ship in the UK is the international law about beef and food. So you have those restrictions that way you cannot export beef from the United States to the UK, especially already prepared food. So it's kind of tricky. But that being said, if the only way I've had my soya bean in Liverpool, I have people who have sent me videos eating the soya and say it was very good. But what I also appreciate is the feedback they give me when something is wrong. So I can make sure that I make the effort to go to be the best. But to answer the question of those in the UK, it's unfortunate I cannot ship to the UK, only within the United
Okay, so
States.
how affordable your suya day, and then again, waiting make am special because from I mean it was from people who have encountered you, and them direct me to you. I had to source for you to get you to come talk. They say they never even taste suya with sweet your own for Nigeria, and I'm wondering who the hell makes suya better than our Hausa brothers in Nigeria. So, and I said I will call this. What's the secret to your? What's the secret spice or the secret recipe?
So, well, this is the thing. I go all the way to Cameroon every year to bring in my soya spice. It's done in Cameroon, so I bring it, and it's very basic spices I use. It's not very complicated, but the difference is the process in which I do the
Hmm.
soya. Okay, first of all, prime the hygiene of the environment, making sure that people
I
eat
see how neat the
something that is
environment
clean,
looks.
the
Yes,
environment
I
is
took note
clean.
of that.
Yes, it's primary, it's primordial. That is very, very key. So, but then with the difference is that I keep on looking for feedback from every customer to make sure I satisfy their interest, which is the taste. So if a customer says, "Oh, it's too salty," I make sure that I make sure I go and fix that part and replace that soya if that's the case, because we have a testing process for each batch of soya that comes out to make sure it meets the standard. The soya tastes the same today, tomorrow, next week, and
So do you
30
do
days from
bespoke?
now
Do you
is
do
the same
bespoke
taste.
orders? For instance, I like my suya very spicy, very very spicy, and then the next person who may want to order alongside me in the same destination may not like it spicy. So do you make bespoke, orders where you can make mine
Yes.
unique to my taste and make the other person's own unique to their taste?
Yes, so our soya can be done in based customized. Even our events are customized based on your budget. So we find a way to make sure our customers are satisfied. With a small budget, we can do something small for you that is affordable. So with the soya, the quality stays the same. We make something affordable and tasty and satisfying. So that is our aim in the business. We want to make sure everybody can eat our soya and can enjoy the soya, the same quality to the top, the same quality to those who can barely have just the little they can afford to enjoy it and still feel satisfied. So that is our mantra. Hello.
Precious, are you there?
If maybe I don't know if
Yeah,
she's
I think
muted.
maybe she's having some network issues.
Yeah. Oh, I think she's probably gonna come back. I think she's network issues. Yeah.
Precious, are you there?
I don't think she is. It's gone off.
Yeah, I think our network's a problem.
I don't know if you're there. Sincere apologies. Can you hear me? Sincere apologies. My internet went MIA on me. Please forgive me. Can you hear?
Your village people are after you.
I'm telling you. My village people, not vex, I beg. My internet went
No, it's
MIA on me. Thank you so much
understand.
for hanging in there.
Technical
Thank you.
glitches happen
Thank you.
regardless.
So let's have you give out your details to people so that they can know how to reach out to you. Should they want to do
So,
so.
so I'm on Instagram, Kanga Black, in Instagram, Kanga Black Soya on Instagram. I'm on TikTok, Kanga Black on TikTok. I'm on Facebook, Kanga Black on Facebook. And in Instagram, you can just go on the WhatsApp. It directly gets to my number. You can WhatsApp me, +1 469 678 6245. +1 469 678 6245.
You know, the
That's
last time I asked about affordability, I don't know whether you answered that question on affordability.
yeah, on affordability is one we have. This is what I offer. I do free shipping. So if within the United States I can ship to anywhere, you don't worry about the cost of shipping. In terms of the beef,
So they
it's like
just
you
buy
go down
and
the
you
street.
ship for them for free.
Yes, it's like you go down the street and buy for soya in anywhere around you. If it's there, you buy it for the price you buy it locally within each state that you are in. Most of the time, they do
So
a
now the
20
same
from
price when you pay, I go
$20.
go carry buy am for any street we are day. Now I go see buy
Oh
from you.
yeah, yes. Now you buy for me and I
And then
ship
you
for
see
free.
ship am for free. I go see ship am for
Yes,
free. Wow,
yes,
interesting.
yes.
All right. Okay, that's good. Oh yeah, give us your contact again, and then what's the speed of your delivery? How fast do you deliver?
So we have 2 and 3 days. That's the by air 2 and 3 days. You get it within 2
And
and
you
3
ship
days.
it Oh
Yeah,
wow.
it
Okay.
stays.
So
It's
within
just like you
48
got
hours.
off the grill. Within 48 to 72 hours, you have the soya.
Oh, wow. Interesting. All right. Kindly give us your contact again and wishing you all the best. Good luck and hoping that,
Thank you.
you know,
Thank you very much, and
give us
thank you for this opportunity.
give us your
Yeah,
contact again because my people won't see you again. Please.
yeah. Kange Black on Instagram, Kange Black on TikTok, Kange Black on Facebook, Kange Black Soya Delicious African Barbecue on YouTube as well. I push out videos of our activities, and also we do events. Kange Black Soya. You can reach us and put in your order at 469 678 6245 with a plus there. You can reach us on WhatsApp.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much, Mr.
you.
Kange. I appreciate you. Thank you
Stay
so much for
peaceful and be
obliging me.
blessed.
Thank you. So when are you shipping
Yes.
our own to Lagos, Jerry? Me and
No, your own is that I'll come to Lagos and chef for you guys, and you guys will sit and I'll
we
chef
cannot
for you.
afford you to chef for us. Don't whine me. Oh. I just say
No,
make you
no,
ship
no,
to you.
no.
Say
It's
you
gonna be.
chef.
It's gonna
What
be.
year you won't come
No,
Lagos come chef?
it's gonna be on the house. That is on the house. Don't worry about that. It's gonna be on the house. And when I'm coming, you invite your people. That is gonna be on the house.
So that my people will come back. And they hear say you go come Nigeria,
Yes,
come do for us on the house,
I would.
and you
I
will take
would
care
do
of
that.
it. Okay. For
I will
everybody
do
who is
that.
yeah, they'll look
I
forward to
will
that.
do that. I will
Thank
do
you.
that. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
very
so much.
much.
Wishing you all the
All right.
best. And I don't hear a lot about your suya, and I hope say it really be waiting people they talk. Now waiting make me say make I call you, make follow us talk. Because say they say I when they cry the sea road. Person talk about Nigeria small. It go see. So make my people when they US know what they go use the chillax. So people can actually place pork or they can put in their fridge. How long does it last in the fridge?
Yes. Oh, so the way we preserve it, that's the secret to the business. Is the preservation that stays exactly as it's been cut. As you see the way it's cut, that's how you receive it. It doesn't matter how long you put in the refrigerator. When you take it out, it stays the same. So that
You
is the secret.
don't use any artificial preservative.
Nothing, not preservative. It's just a method of holding preservation of food that we are using. just basic science, and it goes out. So it's been tested for, Texas, we have the worst heat you can imagine. This process has been tested, left outside for 5 days at a 90 degrees Fahrenheit heat. That's about 40. That's about 39 degrees Celsius. And 5 days later, you cut it open. It tastes the same. No problem. So that is the secret to the business.
Thank you.
We
Thank
can
you.
ship anywhere in the United States, no problem.
Thank you. People, they tell me make a collect money for your hand, but I don't tell them send a free of charge. When they don't worry, you say you go come make suya for us for Lagos. I will wait, make we.
I will. And when I come, the people where they talk, make you take their names down. You go invite them, and we go do correct bole. We go do bole. We go do bole. We go do bole. We go do soya. Myself, I go there on the grill. Nobody. I will do the prep, the cutting, the grill, everything. I'll do it myself.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Mr. Kange Black. It's a beautiful thing you're doing there. I don't know whether Igbo people, they test them. They like them. They don't test them. They like
this.
I'm sure
I
they
mean,
love it. If I can be salivating, I'm sure they will.
My dear, what African food is, people have not understood yet. Anybody who tastes any food from Africa want to taste it again. Africa food, the food that is where God made food in Africa and gave the rest of the world. So the best food is from Africa. You cannot go wrong.
That is where God made food.
Yes. And distribute to the rest of the world.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity. So much. Thank you very much. All right. Blessings upon blessings. Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right. Nigeria, I'm so sorry for that network issue. And I think the network also booted Prince Sri Lanka out at some point. I don't know what's wrong with Nigeria. I have like over 3 fiber internets that I use. But unfortunately, they all decided to go MIA on me at this time. It's unfortunate. But then that's one of the things they happen. But then here we are. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who's been part of the show today. Sincere apologies for this issue where we get. And for those waiting for Nigeria, I never tell on us, say cooking gas don't increase from 1,600 per kg to 3,200 per kg. If you times it, you'll be buying 12.5 kg, which is a basic kg of gas. You'll be buying 12.5 kg of gas at over 30,000 naira. At over 30,000 naira. That this waiting Nigerians get to deal with for inside Nigeria. With a hope, say the federal government will intervene quickly for this. There was an interview I watched over the week when Ibise person explained how affordable Dangote gas and other petroleum products they for other countries around Nigeria, close to Nigeria, but are not affordable in Nigeria. Why? Because of I don't want to call them buccaneers, because of the market makers for inside Nigeria. Those things not affordable, because I don't know any basic man where be say go buy 2.5 kg of gas for any family. We go buy 12.5 kg of gas for 35,000 naira or 32,000 naira. How would they even survive? Had people go even survive? For how much people they make? It is very, very terrible. But that now waiting Nigerians get to experience. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone again once more. Sincere apologies for that little hitch we had. But I hope we don't talk well and we will continue to speak for the growth and development of our country. I'll see you again tomorrow evening, hopefully. Of course, I said Dr. Catch could join us tomorrow evening. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow evening. At the meantime, protect your mental health because say wahala need to finish. Good night and God bless you. Thank you so much. Bye.